Hi friends, I am Carlos and welcome to my kitchen. And a special greeting to the new subscribers. You might have not noticed, or most of you might not have noticed, but I was absent for about a month. My eyes are pretty bad and I had eye surgery on my right eye. But now I'm back with a delicious recipe. Stay tuned because it is not your typical green beans and peas recipe, but it's so easy and full of flavor that you're going to say, why didn't I think of making them this way before? And before I forget, I will leave another green beans recipe at the end of this video, so don't forget to check it out. I'm starting with chopped garlic and onions. You can put as much or as little garlic as you want. I like 5 or 6 small garlic cloves. And I try to cut them in similar sizes because, as you know, they will cook evenly that way. I was happy to find fresh green beans, but you can use frozen ones if you don't find them. That's helpful when you don't like to be cleaning them and removing the stems and pulling the veins. So yeah, I usually put the organic matter in a plastic bag and then I put it in the freezer and then I will compost all of the organic matter. So once you're done cleaning them, you just rinse them out and set them aside. You're going to need some vegetable broth that is store-bought, it's not made by me. You're gonna need some cornstarch and the frozen green peas or fresh green peas. I couldn't find fresh green peas. In a little bit of oil, I am going to saute the onions for about 5 minutes. I don't want to brown them. Then I added the chopped garlic and cook it for about 1 minute. I added about 1 tablespoon of oil. I just want to flavor the oil and the onions and the garlic. Then I will add the cornstarch and cook it for about a minute or 2. You can use flour, but if there's someone allergic to gluten, it's better to use cornstarch to be on the safe side. And you want to cook it for about a minute or 2 because you don't want to taste the raw flour in your dish. Salt and pepper to taste. I used vegetable broth. As I said, from the grocery store. I tasted it. It had salt, but not enough to flavor the rest of the dish. That's why it is always a good idea to taste everything you're cooking. I brought the broth to a boil. Once it was boiling, I added the green peas. That's gonna bring the temperature down. So I waited until the broth was boiling again, then I added the green beans and cooked them on medium-low heat for about 10 to 15 minutes. It's gonna depend on your stove and whatnot. You can cover the pan with a lid and check them for doneness. After 10 minutes, if you need to add more vegetable broth and cornstarch to thicken the sauce, make sure you dissolve the cornstarch in water before adding it, so that you don't get lumps. And that's it, guys. You can leave the sauce as thin or as thick as you want. You'll be surprised as to how easy and how tasty it is. If you like the recipe, leave a thumbs up so that other people can find it. And when you serve it, add a few drops of balsamic vinegar. That will bring all the flavors to life. See you in my next video. Don't forget to check out the other green beans recipe. Chaito.